So I only made 200 bucks in 90 minutes. And the reason I sound so disappointed about this is because this job should have only taken me 30 minutes to clean. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 ways to avoid spending too much time on the roof. That way you can make more money in less time as a solar panel cleaner. You can get more reviews and keep up with demand. Because late summer is super busy for me, and it's super important to get started early and maximize the amount of jobs I can get done for one day, especially during this last heat wave here in California. We stay pretty well booked out with jobs just like this, so if you want an inside look on how I started this business and how I managed to clean 6 to 8 jobs just like this every single day, check out the top link in the description, and that link will bring you to the Solar Panel Cleaning Academy, where I share my proven marketing techniques, water basics, we go over tools, safety, how to get licensed, and much more. I made all the mistakes so you don't have to. And I'm going to be adding new updated content, but the price is going to go up very soon, so join dozens of others who've already made lots of money with my proven methods. If you buy now, you'll still have access to all of the new content, but the price will go up. Now let's get into the 3 ways you can speed up your cleaning process without sacrificing on quality or safety. Number 1, pre-rinse the panels. For me, a pre-rinse can be a huge time saver, and I've noticed that some budget water-fed pole setups produce way better results when you pre-rinse the panels. Now, depending on the type of purification system that you're running, this can be pricey, so it's a bit of a balancing act. The resin is very expensive, and conserving water really is the name of the game, but I've learned through my experience that although a pre-rinse can be relatively expensive, at the end of the day, high production rates seem to counter small incremental costs for the pre-rinse. Number 2 is quality tools. So when deciding on your tools, I like to put them into categories. The first being speed. When I was a newbie on the scene, I just started out with lightweight poles, a scrub brush, and a small water purifier and a garden hose, just to get like proof of concept and make sure that I can actually make money and get jobs and make sure it was even something that I wanted to do before I spent a bunch of money. This method allowed me to move light and fast, gain a ton of clients without breaking the bank on equipment costs, and secure my domain, and secure clients in my territory. I did notice when training new techs with this method, it made me realize there's a lot of room for what we call holidays. Holidays are those stubborn spots that you miss when scrubbing, and they don't really reveal themselves until after the panels are dry, and this results in a re-clean. So the margin for error in that regard is larger than using equipment in the second category, which is confident comfort. That's what I like to call it, because owning brand new high-end tools does make me feel more confident when I'm rolling up to the job. You know what I mean? Like, you roll up to the customer's house with the new interesting and rare looking brushes and a water treatment system, like, have no fear, the expert is here kind of vibes, right? And the water fed poles, brushes, buffer tanks, pumps, and other small accoutrements make the physical part of the job less strenuous, so hence the confident comfort. It makes you confident, and it makes it a little bit easier, and it causes less fatigue and making it more safe, really. In this video, I'm using like a mid-tier water-fed brush. It's a pretty good solo brush, however the threads are standard and caused an issue when it was time to replace the head. So I bought a new 18-inch brush and some other attachments that I'm excited to share with you guys in a future video. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if that's something you guys want to see. The gooseneck on this setup had been modified by me to meet my needs because every job is different. Roofs all have different pitches, and the panels typically are tilted to match the pitch. So adjusting the angle of the brush head is very important, and adjusting is frequent. This one here had a plastic base, and after tightening it way too many times, it broke. I had to adapt, and it ended up taking me way longer to finish. It was broken when I started, not completely, but it wasn't working exactly right. But I was just too lazy to get down off the roof, get a brush or a spray nozzle, and do it the old-fashioned manual way. So I fought the dang gooseneck until it finally broke, and then I had to do that anyway. So if I could go back, I would have just ended up setting up my new brush and pole before the job, or just commit to doing it the old-fashioned way, which would have been fine considering this roof was asphalt shingles and it had a really chill pitch. Number 3 on the list of how to avoid spending too much time on the roof is teamwork makes dream work. I think having 2 guys as a team is smart in the field, and I've noticed less time on each job really just means you could do more jobs in the day, and it also limits the amount of time that you're going up and down the ladder. And this means, the safety goes up because you're reducing the risk. So real quick recap, number 1, pre-rinse the panels because this prevents additional scrubbing. This can reduce the time that you have to wait for the panels to dry so you can inspect for those pesky holidays before you roll up the hoses and clean up. Number 2, use quality tools geared for safety and speed. This will promote consistency and speed up setup and teardown while also conserving your precious pure water. Number 3, add a helper. Now I know this seems like a pretty obvious tip, and it might not even be a tip, but what I've noticed is it's close to like a 3x increase on speed and production with 2 guys on the roof. So basically 1 + 1 = 3, and it's also safer, reducing the risk and the amount of times up and down the ladder. So if you're still watching, type holidays in the comment section below and I'll shout you out in my next video. And flatten the learning curve for this type of business by clicking the top link in the description below. And remember, anything's possible, and I'll see you next time. Peace.